Hello, welcome to Wasted Opinions once again. I'm here with my counterparts here. Today I'll be hosting because we're doing an episode that we have done a few times before.
It's John's episode. You know, he's this genius who came up with this idea.
I love this episode. What we're going to be doing is talking about our hidden gems. You know, movies, games, TV shows that really didn't get their due. They didn't quite get enough people watching them or playing them that they should have.
By us telling you about them, they're gonna skyrocket.
Oh, and, Now they're gonna be up in the millions for viewers or gamers.
Yeah,
absolutely.
We're probably like, yeah.
Of our one viewer.
We're what you call influencers.
Yeah, there's so much influence on the world. But before we start, let's introduce ourselves. The far right here.
MussKeg.
I'm LewisLightning, and you either roll with me, I'm gonna roll you over.
Fucking
I'm CountryBoy.
I'm
CountryBoy. Let's do our shots. Fireball. Fireball.
This episode started off on a real high note.
I need some of that flash paper. We do fireball, like fireball.
That would have been sweet. You guys want to start on your end or start on my end? Doesn't matter.
I don't care. I don't think we're gonna have the same one, so it doesn't matter.
Lewis, you go first. Give it up.
I'll start with a TV show. I don't know. Nowadays, can you call it TV shows if they're on like Hulu?
Yeah. Oh yeah, absolutely.
Because The Awesomes was exclusive to Hulu. It lasted 2 seasons, and then it was
Did you have
canceled.
Hulu?
No.
So how did you know about it?
Because then it started coming out on, I don't know.
I think Teletoon or Comedy Network might have had
something
it.
like that.
I know it's a few episodes.
It's animated, if you couldn't tell, animated, and it's pretty much like SNL and I think Mad TV alumni.
Yeah, there's definitely a blend of those actors.
And so these guys,
Can't see them.
they're like very good comedians. I don't think there's anyone in there that you'd be like, nah, that guy sucks. There's Kenan Thompson. What's
Ike Barinholtz.
who's the guy? Yeah, Ike Barinholtz. Who's the guy that does?
Karen Killam.
He's gonna read them off. I guess.
Dude that used to
Hader. Bobby Lee.
Yeah,
Bill
Bobby
Hader.
Lee. Bobby Lee's in there. Oh, nice.
Andy Samberg.
Andy
Fred
Samberg.
Armisen.
But what's the guy that does Weekend Update or used to do Weekend
Seth
Update?
Myers.
Seth Myers.
Yeah,
That's
Seth
the guy
Myers.
I was trying to think of.
He has his own night show.
He must be the awesome dude. That must be.
He's
yeah.
Proc. He's a professor and a doctor. Proc. He put them together.
Who plays this guy?
That's Kenan Thompson.
Okay.
But yeah,
Yeah.
the black guy. Who's the black
Shocker.
Oh, and what's her name? The from
Maya Rudolph.
No, Maya Rudolph is in there.
Oh.
But from she was in The Office. Darker skin tone. I can usually think of her name off the top of my head.
No. Yeah. Like
something with an R.
there's an R. Oh, never mind.
Anyways,
Nobody with an R on that list.
Anyways, it's like superhero show. They're like a team, like the Rashida Jones.
Yes.
Okay,
Quincy Jones' daughter.
Yeah. I know her more from The Office.
It's basically like the Avengers. It's like a parody of them and very comedic. There's like Superman elements. There's fucking like elements from Marvel. Like everything you can find in there. And I thought it's fucking hilarious. They do musicals. Like they kind of do parodies of other things. They do parodies of musicals, parodies of like the real world and everything. Yeah.
Bobby Lee's dude is kind of like the Hulk though. Instead of
he's a little
Hulk,
he's a little Asian boy.
Yeah, turns into a big sumo
wrestler,
right? Yeah. That's what I mean.
Bobby Lee. But they're actually really clever. Some of the writing was really clever. How they get through things. And like the person who does Tina's voice in Bob's Burgers, he's in this.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah. But yeah, my first pick, The Awesomes. You can actually get. Actually, is it 3 seasons? I don't remember if it's 2 or 3 seasons.
I couldn't tell you.
You can buy them all for real cheap. I recommend looking it up on Amazon.
It says a complete series on your thing. So.
Yeah, well, there's 3 discs. So, I think it's 3 seasons.
I don't know.
Why don't you go next, John?
Okay, I'm gonna go with a movie. Have you guys ever seen the movie Blown Away?
The bombing movie?
Yeah.
The one with
seen
Jeff
it?
Bridges?
I haven't.
And Tommy Lee Jones?
Oh man.
Love that movie.
This movie, nobody knows about it. I swear, I didn't think anybody had ever seen this movie.
Well, let's tell you, I've seen it.
That's awesome.
Tommy Lee Jones plays a mad bomber. Jeff
He's
Bridges
Irish
is,
too. He's got the whole Irish accent.
shit potatoes.
And you got like the U2 music in the background playing. It's cool. It's cool. He breaks out of prison, like fucking stabbing a guy in the face.
Forrest Whitaker's in it.
Forrest Whitaker's in it. Exactly. Like
Just for a second, what's the tone? Because he's talking about it sounds like
it's
comedy.
an action
I'm
movie.
It's an action movie.
Okay, he's making it sound kind of funny.
Tommy Lee Jones is a bad dude. Like he is a serial bomber.
Yeah, Irish. I think it is a play on like the IRA, the Irish. I think it's called the IRA.
in Ireland. They were like the bombing.
Oh yeah.
They're in charge of all the bombing.
It could be. I have no idea. It might be. And then Jeff Bridges is actual. He works for the bomb squad.
Yeah.
So he's like trying to solve the crime and trying to actually.
Bo Bridges is in it too. His dad. His dad. Not
his
Bo,
brother.
Lloyd Bridges is.
Okay.
His
I was like, Bo Bridges
not
related
Bo,
to Jeff
his
Bridges?
brother is Bo.
He is.
Bridges.
Is he?
Yeah, they actually
I
are.
never knew that.
That's their
He's the
brothers.
uglier brother.
They're brothers. I can kind of see it now.
Anyway,
you say
sorry.
it, but-
We're getting,
Yeah. But no, it's this movie that I think it always gets overlooked for like action movies.
Yep.
Is nobody thinks of Jeff Bridges as this action guy, but he's actually skinnier in this movie, not like he is now, where he's big, fat, and fucking beard.
It's a really good movie.
It is, and he's always like one step ahead of Jeff Bridges always. And this one scene where Forrest Whitaker, it's kind of like
on the phone, kind of.
where he's got the headphones,
the
he's listening to
headphones,
music, and he knows there's a bomb, so he's been stuck like frozen there for like a day. Like he couldn't move because if he takes it off, it's gonna detonate, right?
Yeah.
So I think Jeff
His
Bridges.
dad, Floyd Bridges, on the merry-go-round with like
with the fucking marble and the oh man, it's a underrated movie.
It came out like 95 or something.
Yeah, mid '90s summers. Yeah, absolutely. And I want to watch it again. I have it at home, but I haven't watched it for a long time.
in fucking years.
Yeah.
But funny enough, just a quick anecdote. I was watching TV the other day, and I'm going down, and I see Blown Away, and I'm like, I go click, and it's like a music channel. It's like a music video channel.
Damn it!
It's so disappointing. Do you have Blown Away?
I do have Blown Away. I haven't watched it for years though, and I really want to watch
one
it
day.
It's a little bit darker in places too. Like
it is.
He murders like the house dog, and like strings it up in the freaking closet or something at one point. Like
well, maybe Lou wants to watch it.
Oh, I don't think it's really a big spoiler,
I'm
but
kidding.
whatever. It's a very underrated movie, and I really recommend go and see Blown Away.
Okay, sweet. I'm gonna go with a movie as well. Ironically enough, I mentioned it in our last Hidden Gems. The movie is Fanboys. It's starring Dan Fogler, Sam Huntington. It's got
Kristen
some other
Bell.
Kristen Bell. Oh, Kristen Bell. And some other, more famous people in, smaller roles kind of thing here.
Yeah, Seth Rogen has a small role. Actually, 3 small roles.
Yeah,
in that
3
movie.
small roles, yeah. William Shatner's in it as William Shatner.
Carrie Fisher.
Yeah, Carrie Fisher.
Yeah.
So, plot of this movie is 4 friends. Oh, Jay Baruchel, too, yeah. 4 friends who... were very close, very big Star Wars nerds, huge Star Wars nerds. Yeah. Sorry, growing up, one of them's kind of separated as he's grown up to be a bit more responsible. The other 3 kind of are still doing their thing, hanging out. Yeah. But one of them, it's revealed, has a terminal illness, and it's used to kind of bring the other in, and they decide that. This is sorry, I should say it's before the Star Wars Episode 1 is released.
Yes. Oh. And he's supposed to die before it's released.
He's supposed to die before it's released. So they make this plan to go to the Skywalker Ranch, break into George Lucas's ranch, and watch the
uncut version of the movie,
the movie before it's released. Surprisingly, has some emotional bits to the movie. Has some just fun comedy. Dan Fogler, man.
I love Dan Fogler.
I think I've seen the last half of it.
Oh, really? We'll watch it tonight.
Dude, how about some variety? Rush is variety. It's all Rush all the time.
And no jerking it in my van. It's a fun movie. Road trip comedies are always a blast, right? And I think the Star Wars overtone, if you're a Star Wars fan and not a Star Trek fan, no Trekkies.
They make fun of Trekkies.
So it's a hidden gem. I recommend anybody to see it.
So I just because I heard in real life some similar situations. What's in the movie? It's not based on anything.
I think it's very loosely based. Actually,
is it?
It is very loosely based on an actual story.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay.
It is
Interesting.
Because I think I heard about the Star Wars Episode 1.
No, it absolutely.
But
is.
even more recently, now that it caught on, people are doing it.
My favorite part is at the end. The groups at the movie theater watching, and they go, "What if the movie sucks?"
Yeah, exactly. Maybe before they go and watch it, what if the movie sucks? And then the credits. It's like, oh, damn.
So, anyways, great movie. But anyways,
so I was hesitant to pick this one up.
Why would you be hesitant?
Because you know about it, he knows. And it's just like, well, if we're not that. If everyone knows about it here, can I say it's hidden gem?
Yeah, absolutely.
Yes,
it's
a hidden gem. It's
on my list. It's on my list of hidden gems.
Almost Heroes.
Is that your version? Because I have it.
This is mine. Yeah,
it's right up there.
He brought all his own.
Oh yeah.
We've all got it, guys.
Yeah. It's
Almost
one
yes,
of Chris Farley's last. I think it is
The
his
last
one.
movie, yeah.
Yeah, I think his appearance in Dirty Work might be a little bit.
I thought
later.
Dirty Work was before that.
I think Dirty Work.
It's one of the two.
I could be
We
wrong.
know that. We know that.
I'm pretty
One of the
positive
two.
it's this one.
I thought it was. Yeah.
But basically, him and Matthew Perry, of all people, are like
Racing Lewis and Clark.
Yeah, they're racing Lewis and Clark. They're trying to get there before Lewis and Clark to discover the passage to the Pacific.
Pacific Ocean, yeah.
Actually, I looked it up because when I thought about is this a hidden gem, I looked it up on IMDb and stuff. Rotten Tomatoes. It's got a terrible review on Rotten Tomatoes.
I know.
Which I cannot believe.
People don't know comedy.
It's hilarious.
My wife does not like John and I when we get drunk because we put this movie on.
If you can like pretty much.
Good God, man! I said that with.
If you like any of the other Happy Madison productions, pick this up. But yeah,
That's a Happy Madison production?
I didn't know it was Happy Madison.
I don't know if it's Happy Madison. I'm saying if you like that tone of movies,
It's very
You'll probably
underrated
like
for
this.
Chris Farley. Like I would put that as maybe my first or second favorite Chris Farley movie.
Maybe top 4.
Oh yeah?
Yeah.
top 4.
Interesting.
I can think of 2 maybe.
Tommy Boy.
Tommy Boy's up there,
Boy,
for sure.
Black Sheep. You guys like Black Sheep.
I'll say top 3. I'll say top 3.
Because John and I actually rewatched
What's
Black Sheep.
I'm interested now. What's
Number 2.
We'll have to do a Chris Farley episode.
Yeah, sorry. I don't want to go Chris Farley.
Stop it. So we're gonna stop this
Content.
content. But this, anyways, there is like Eugene Levy, the guy who plays the Conquistador. I know
He's the dad from Transformers.
Yeah.
Nobody knows his name. Character actor.
Yeah.
But like, I love the rest. The rest of the people in their crew.
What's ideal was the corn.
The rest of the people in their crew.
Do you know any other goddamn songs? Yeah, of course you do, son. Play that haunting bear.
You played with this morning.
It's a bear. There's a bug in my nose.
I don't know what's the bear.
I don't know. I'm gonna scratch it.
The bear's worse.
Signal, can you hear me? Even if you couldn't, you can't respond.
Let's just put it on.
I can't hear you,
Let's just
Pat.
put it on.
Oh, man. Okay.
Like, the buffalo we're hearing here, buffalo nearby. We can tell that's from the smell and they're dumb.
Shit.
No, we can see the herd over there. Yeah, but then why are you?
Okay, one last part. I named this here fork Pittsburgh Nellie. A Welsh whore who could do the things with her one good arm that make you forget about that thing on her neck.
It's great for quotable lines,
Yes,
as you can see.
absolutely.
If you like it, just a dumb comedy, it's fucking perfect.
it
Get drunk. This is your hangover movie.
Yeah.
Whatever. It's great. Even if you're not hungover, it's great.
Yeah. Beauty.
Great film.
Nice.
It is.
I would
great.
say for myself and John, whenever we used to always hang out like all the time when we party, because we partied hard. It would be either that movie or Balls of Fury.
Balls of Fury. Those are our two go-tos.
Yeah.
These two
Or
movies.
what an American wedding.
American Pie. All of them. It was one.
You stay the hell away from me.
Oh, yeah.
Anyways,
Polish the bench.
Okay.
Jonah does that for me.
I'm gonna jump into I'll go into a TV show here too. You guys did TV shows. I don't know if anybody's ever seen the TV show Hannibal.
I've heard of it.
I know it. I know it.
It only had 3 seasons, but it was a beautifully shot show. Like he would make a dinner, whatever, like vegetables and fucking fruits and whatever, put it in there, and then he put like some human meat in there, and it would look delicious just because it was so beautifully cut. Like I want to eat what Hannibal is eating, but that's not what it's about.
Oh.
It's about like the old Hannibal movies. It's about the main character.
It is a prequel.
I
know Silence of the Lambs.
It's not.
That's about it.
It's not actually set like in the same universe as the movies. It's its own thing. It's Matt Mikkelsen is the guy that plays Hannibal, and he's creepy as shit.
Yeah.
He does an excellent job as playing this titular character. Like for the first whole season, you don't even realize we do as the viewer, but the guys that are like working with him, because he's working with the FBI to solve crimes and stuff. Yeah. It's always about like serial killers, and he's always like helping them out. And a lot of times he's actually helping the serial killer too. Like this is one scene where he like phones the guy up because he like knows who the serial killer is, and he doesn't divulge that information to the FBI. And he warns them that they're coming, and it's like, oh fuck. The whole time you think Hannibal's a bad guy, and you're kind of rooting for him, and then he does
a little
that.
Dexter-y, where it's like
I think it was better than Dexter.
No, but I mean the concept there.
But he wasn't good though. He was not a good guy.
No.
You're not supposed to root for him.
Is Dexter like? It's like shades of evil, and which is the worst?
See, Dexter was typically still a good guy because he was only killing bad people. Whereas Hannibal, he didn't matter who he killed. But he would kill bad guys, he would kill good guys, and he was helping the bad people. Whereas Dexter would kill.
Well, I'm just not arguing with the Hannibal part, but Dexter's still bad that he's murdering. Jail
absolutely.
Like that's like Batman would be like, "Fuck, dude, you're out of here."
Hannibal's eating these people.
Yeah, I know.
a little bit different level.
Shades of evil, as I say.
Absolutely. But it is creepy in so many ways. There's some of the crime scenes they walk into, and you're like, this looks real. Like, it's gory as shit. Like, I was surprised it was on like regular television. Like, it wasn't an HBO show.
Oh, really?
And it was beautifully shot too. Like, the acting was awesome. And
I've heard of it, so yeah, and I thought it actually got a lot of praise, to be honest.
It got reviews well. It reviewed very well critically, but people never really ate it up. They never watched it. They never really.
Oh, that's why it's not on, I guess.
Yeah, it only had 3. Thankfully, they kind of saw that it was kind of ending, so they kind of planned for the very last episode, even though it got canceled. Yeah. So it kind of has like a denouement, like almost like a good ending. But it could come back still the way they ended it. And you're like, oh man, I kind of wish someone would pick it up because it was really well done.
I was gonna say you didn't have to tell me that Mads Mikkelsen creepy. He's creepy in like anything. But just now that you brought him up, just 2 or 3 things that he's been in other than Hannibal. Obviously, Doctor Strange, Casino Royale. Yeah. One more. I need one more.
He was in a video game too. What video game was he in?
Oh well, I couldn't tell you that, but.
Jeez, we're not gonna find 3 with Mads Mikkelsen. I keep thinking of like Lord of the Rings. That's Viggo Mortensen.
Yeah.
No.
What video game
keep
is?
thinking.
Let's just show it down here. There's a video game that he's in.
Here's a question. So I audible in this. I audible in this because we said you can do whatever. It didn't matter, but. So far, we've all done at least a movie or a TV show.
I'm going to do a video game next.
So I'm going to do then to keep that. I'm going to keep the. If you're going to go, are you going to have? Do you have a video game?
Yeah.
Okay, so I'm going to stick with the TV series then that I'll go with. I'm going to go old school. I'm going to go kid Craig. I'm going to go cartoon. There was a show on YTV, which is was my.
Whenever I visited family,
I was rich, apparently.
we had peasant vision, but I love YTV. I wanted it. That was the only channel I wanted.
It's funny. I realize now that it was Japan, like animation style anime. I didn't know at the time.
Yeah.
It was a cartoon series called Saber Rider and the Star Sheriffs.
You brought this up in our Saturday morning cartoons. It still fits. It still fits.
No, it's fine. No,
when you brought it up.
But hold on a sec. Here's a question. I do have a hidden gem that hasn't been mentioned.
Go with it. I want to hear about it.
Anyways,
I have no idea what this is.
So Saber Riders and Star Sheriffs was a cartoon. It only lasted, I think, about 2 or 3 seasons. And honestly, I watched it almost as... I was as excited to watch it as I was Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles when I was a kid.
Oh.
The concept is 4 people who are... It's space, right? So they're cowboys in space, basically, is the best way to put it. And there's 4 people. There's 3
horses?
Well, one of them does.
Sort of, yeah.
There's 3 guys, 1 girl, obviously, all white. to match the diversity then of the heroes.
That's no good.
One is
it was anime, wasn't it?
It was anime, but the style, the big eyes kind of thing.
Oh yeah.
And so they all played. One was a cowboy who was like supposed to be the American, right? And he has a 6-shooter named Colt, and he's a wild stallion, hard to tame. One was my favorite, Fireball. He was a race car driver kind of thing. He was supposed to be the Japan guy, even though he looked just like... they all looked white, normal.
Okay.
And he drove...
Normal!
Whoa! Sorry.
Whoa!
Whoa!
No.
I have to edit that.
Oh, if I ever run for politics, I'm screwed. But anyways, he played like the race car driver and everything like that. And the leader of the group was Saber Rider. And he was English, and he had like a big, tall. They all wore like space suits, like kind of thing.
And space hats.
His helmet looked like a big, tall Beefeater thing from.
Oh, okay, yeah.
And he had a stallion named Steed that he rode, a robotic horse kind of thing.
Robotic. I was just saying.
And he had a saber, if you will. And then there was April, who was like in the pink, and she was the blonde girl.
Where's she from?
I don't know. She didn't get
Sweden.
a country.
Hoi, boys!
Maybe.
Probably. They're really skimpy.
The concept is they're like sheriffs of space, right? And they're fighting what are called the Outriders, who are every time you shoot them, they would just disappear into the vapor zone. It was called, right? So you were killing them. And so they're just fighting them. But the best part was, at the end of every episode, there was always a fight between their ship turned into a big robot called Ramrod, who was like a cowboy robot kind of thing, and they would always fight other big robots called Desperados. Outriders, and I'm gonna look it up and find it out later. But there was always a villain Outrider robot called.
Do you have a favorite character?
Yeah, my favorite was Fireball.
Fireball, okay.
He was cool. He was the fiery one, obviously, the one with the attitude. He was the Raphael of the, I guess.
So the best one, yeah, that makes sense. You're right.
You probably would have liked Colt, to be perfectly honest. He was like the Michelangelo of the group.
I thought Colt was his gun.
But I love Raphael.
I know,
so
but
much,
but I like Leonardo. And Raphael was Anyways, so yeah, it had this. It had space. It had giant robot fights at the end, very similar to Power Rangers and everything like that. Yeah. So it was a really cool cartoon.
When you brought it up for the Saturday morning cartoons, I had to like look it up. I do the editing, by the way.
Yeah.
When I had to look it up, it's actually like people talk about it a lot. Like, anyone else remember this show? I'm like, fuck.
It's got a great theme song. So, anyways, that's my TV series one. I'm gonna look up what they're called.
Okay, if you're done,
I'm done.
I'm gonna move on to my video game pick. Because recently I just saw a trailer for this, and I was like, fuck. Because he didn't know at all anything about it.
No.
Vampire the Masquerade Bloodlines, which is a fucking mouthful, and it's like semicolon, colon, fucking bullshit on this. If you're going to write it out.
What year is that?
2004, I believe.
Okay.
Yeah, 2004. As far as I know, it's only been on PC.
Renegades.
Was Renegades is what?
It's called the big robots.
Oh, the big 8. Okay. But yeah.
What's that to do with vampires?
I told you I was going to look it up.
Just kidding.
But so it was like PC only as far as I know. That's where I played it on someone else's computer in college, and I'm like, fuck, this is good, so I bought it for myself. But yeah, it was like vampires, and what was kind of cool is like you had different types of vampires. So if you know your vampire movies, like Nosferatu, the old
original
black and white, you could be one of those.
Ooh.
But if you're going like that, people in the like. This is still based in modern times. They see you and like, the fuck is that? So you gotta stay in the shadows and like stealth take guys down and shit.
Yeah.
But you might have some like vampiric powers that make you a little bit stronger in one essence. Or you could be more of like...
Don't you choose? You can choose whether you do kill or you don't, isn't that? Or something like that?
Well, yeah, you can. You still have to feed. Regardless, you feed. Okay. Just maybe not to kill. But then like you could also be what I would refer to as like a Interview with the Vampire type vampire, where you're
sexy,
kind of sexy and stuff. You might charm people.
John would be the Nosferatu.
Or you could be like a Gangrel, which is like, I guess...
I'd be the Dracula.
I don't know. I don't have to know what kind of Dracula I am. I just know I'm a sexy Dracula.
But it was like a very RPG oriented, which this new trailer for with vampires is 2, right?
It's
same title but 2 at the end.
Yeah, I think so.
It looks cool. Looks more action oriented.
Is this first person like that one?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah, it's first person, and you talk to people like this chick on the cover. You meet her in the game, talk to her, and like.
Is there nudity?
No. She's got split personality.
You didn't sell me
nudity.
But you go like to a house that's haunted by actual ghosts. And you have to like get something from there. It's really fucking cool. There's like the Japanese vampires you have to deal with because there's sex. There's the Japanese vampires.
Japanese.
Japanese vampires. There's like the upper class ones and everything. It's really cool. And they have like all the different vampire powers you can think of, except for maybe turning to bats. They don't have that. But it's really cool. You can take people out. You have to feed.
Cool. Okay.
Fuel your powers.
You can't turn into any animals?
I don't think so. Like the Gangrel vampires are kind of like more animalistic, and they kind of run around and
they have the brood.
That's as close as they get.
Okay.
Sweet.
Cool. I'm gonna go with a video game as well here. Old game, like 8-bit, if that even. I think Lewis has played it. I don't know if MussKeg's played it. It's I played it on my PC. No, it was on my PC. It was on my PC. 8-bit, man.
Gamer.
It was. The game is called Scorch, or Scorch.
Yeah, Scorch.
You're just these little little blips that look like tanks, sort of, and you're just trying to attack your
one
teammate.
where you shoot on the other side and they break out the...
You can have like 10 different players.
I played that game.
Yeah?
Worms is...
Worms is totally exactly the same.
You can like break away the ground below the tank or something.
Yeah.
You can break away like the ground below the tank or something.
Yeah, absolutely. And you can shoot like a certain bullet above them, and it would like roll down and hit them. Or you'd have like the funky bomb, which like it would be like almost like fireworks. You'd shoot it, and then it'd shoot like all over the place. And just go crazy.
I played that game, yeah.
Or you could have like a nuke, and it would like nuke like the majority of the screen.
The
you just
Merv?
hope the Merv. Yeah, there's the Murph was one that split up, wasn't it?
Split up, yeah.
And it shoot out, and it was like when it spread out, and then.
At first, when you said PC game, I thought you were going to be like Minesweeper or something like that.
Yeah, no one knows what that is.
Yeah, nobody's
pre-installed on all the computers.
Or there's the leapfrog, where it's like you want to get multiple enemies, like boom,
Yeah,
and then it jumps and hits another person, boom, and jumps in another one. Boom.
It's still hard to fucking.
Oh, you gotta still get your angles
It's a risk
right.
reward.
Yeah, but you can
It's
play
almost like a turn-based fight, basically.
It is. It's turn-based, absolutely. But you can pick your weapons before each match. And then you depending what screen you want on the side, you can have a screen where you can shoot through the screen.
Yeah.
Or you can have one where it bounces bounces off the walls.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. Or you can have one where it just hits the screen and just drops and dies.
Yeah.
Yeah. So and there you also have the wind can be a factor too if you want.
That's funny, 'cause
you can do that. Yeah.
If you play with a lot of people or good people, it could take a long time. And it's like someone's like, I go to the bathroom. Okay, I'm gonna fuck around with this thing. Just start pressing the buttons on.
And you can you don't have to stay put too. You can buy fuel as well too if you want. You can drive or buy parachutes. So if someone takes up the ground below you, you drop, but your parachute will save you. Yeah.
And there was a battery for drive, or was it a fuel tank or a battery for driving?
It was fuel for driving. I'm pretty sure.
Yeah.
Cool. Oh, there was you can have shields too, so you can put a shield around your guy. They're not indestructible, but they bounce off some shields, or other shields will just blow off the side.
Yeah.
Or a plasma blast, which is just I don't know why you would want the plasma blast.
If you're close range,
it's basically puts earth around you. Is kind of what it does.
So what was it, sand digger? You could dig through the dirt and get some below.
Yeah.
Or was it called a mole? I can't remember.
I think it was sand digger. I think there was
because one put dirt on someone and one.
There was. Yeah. I think the mole was the one where clumped dirt on top of people.
Yeah.
I think the sand digger did zzz, and it was basically just to drop the field, not to actually hit anybody. Yeah. But yeah, there was so many weapons in that. I just remember just having 5 or 6 of us get together and just trying to shoot each other. It was so much fun. Wow.
Just want to point out Mads Mikkelsen's other movies.
Okay.
There's a lot of shit I don't know.
What game am I thinking of?
Rogue One he was in, and
Rogue One.
Yeah,
Clash of the Titans, which those ones I've seen, but other shit I don't know about.
He was in Clash of the Titans?
You guys gotta tell me.
In the first movie, he was the soldier that was experienced, who was with Perseus, I guess.
Oh yes, you're right. Yeah, okay. Yes.
I'll look at the video game.
I do remember.
What are you doing?
I'm looking for the game because I never have it to show off like you guys.
Oh, okay.
Did I show off
video games, Quantum of Solace, and Death Stranding?
Have I mentioned this one before?
Death Stranding, that's the one. Yes, that is the one. Because it looks like his eyes are bleeding that black shit. That's why.
Wait,
yes.
You had what?
So you're doing Quake or something?
Star Wars Jedi Knight.
Quake, okay.
Oh yeah. Okay.
I was like, oh, we're done. But Frank.
Yeah, thank you.
Oh, he has one yet.
So this was a game, Xbox. First, I think Star Wars game. Oh no, I played Knights of the Old Republic, but I didn't understand how that type of game worked.
Yeah.
I thought this was a very underrated game in that they did a real good job of the force powers, swinging your blades, everything like that. It was obviously Xbox level graphics. But you start as a Jedi Knight at the Jedi Academy, and you work your way through. This is the Katarn, I believe. Kyle Katarn is your kind of first. And this was what was the Star Wars game that you liked that you played?
Knights of the Republic?
No, the other one. The one where you could control forces and move them around. I got it right over there on my...
Oh no, the Force Unleashed is... He doesn't like that. I think you and I...
that was you liked it.
Yeah,
but this was the first game I played that was like that. And it was the first Star Wars game I played where you go and you'd either swing a lightsaber or you could push people off and kill them. Do not remember the story too much other than you're at the Jedi Academy, but it's a really good game, very underrated. I'm really limited a lot of times on my underrated games.
Same here. That's why I went 2 movies last year.
Yeah, but this is definitely one that I thought was really good. I'd be interested to try and replay this just to see how much I liked it the second time around.
Same thing with me, old games that I remember enjoying. Fuck, if I went back to it now, would I even give a shit about it?
Yeah.
For me, going back to old games, if it's not 2D graphics, it's gonna be hard to go back to.
Yeah, I can replay a lot of old Nintendo, Super Nintendo.
That's why I never got the PS1 Classic. It's because
you also have
it looks like
a
shit.
lot of the games too.
I do, but I still wouldn't get it because I have most of the games that I want, but I don't want to go back to that because it looks like shit.
Sweet, that was pretty good. Pretty good variety there, actually.
Yeah, I think it was a big variety we had.
Yeah.
So I guess that's pretty much the wrap up for our Hidden Gems episode, Volume 3. Where can we find you, sir?
On Twitch, Twitter, PSN as MussKeg.
I am the Lewis Lightning on Twitch.
And I am CountryBoy_9 on Twitch, Twitter, and PSN as well.
Yeah.
Stay tuned for, you know what? Subscribe below.
Yeah.
Don't forget to do that.
Subscribe.
Watch the rest of our videos.
You know, like the video, it's going to be over here. Like
the like,
video as
yeah.
well.
Subscribe and the like, yeah. Right down there.
Kapow!
Adios. My knee's just cracked.
I was going to say.
Fuck, I'm getting old.